entire audience was standing.
Yeah. At this point, everybody in the audience, maybe it's just dawning on them, right?
Yeah.
What's starting to happen? Yeah.
Well, what they're seeing, obviously, is this gigantic
Can't
screen.
believe what's happening.
How did you know when to start? I mean, what
I
dictated
I
all
kept
that?
marking. My mark was, see, click track didn't start till we got to the last chord. And if you notice, the last chord's hell a little longer because I might have got there a hair too soon. We had 3 run-throughs with the car, and I was trying to time the car at the speed it was going from where I start the 2001 till the car got to the stage, and then once the car got to the stage, someone in an Elvis suit got out and got behind that scrim, so you said that image.
Right.
And that's why I'm holding the last chord, because I'm waiting him to stand there long enough to make a picture, and then Ronnie's got the cue, we get the count off and we go.
What are you hearing, Ronnie, in your headset?
I think I'm hearing what's called a 4-channel mix. One channel is pure Elvis. His vocals were taken in and lifted off the masters, and enhanced is the right word.
Okay.
With perfect recording levels, they brought everything up really close, so all the dynamics would be right up, and he never sounded better. They cut out bleed, any noise in between every word and breath and everything, so it was very, very clean. Now the next track is a mono mix of the actual recording, whether it be the TV show or the motion picture film. Then another one is sound effects, or click, if you will call it click. Not all of it is actual a click track. Because I tried to eliminate the sterileness of having some machine make a sound that was non-musical.
Yeah.
So that's part of the trick, is to keep it as musical as possible, just like we had a percussionist there that was clicking, you know. And
Yeah, you did a lot. We did a lot with tambourine, which was cool.
Yeah.
And all those rock things, tambourine made it. Conga type.
cowbell,
Yeah.
those kind of things. As I say, we wanted to make it as musically coherent as possible.
Are you
And
both hearing the same thing? Are you?
Yeah, we're on the same channel.
Yeah.
But there was nothing coming through the headset till you saw the image get out of the car.
Okay.
And that's why the timing had to
And
come
I do a count off.
Yeah. Here we go.
Here we go.
1, 2,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, and boom, da da da.
And so then you
Well,
are.
actually-
then we're locked together.
Actually,
for the
then
whole
I hit
show.
the toms, hit the tom thing. I hit that intro thing,
Yeah.
and I'm playing to something that I put on recorded live, a cowbell and a tambourine or something, or a hi-hat, and I'm playing that until I think it's like an 8-bar intro.
Yeah, it is,
until
right.
then Joe cues the whole orchestra in, and we're gone.
And we're going. Yeah.
And we're done for the next hour and 30 minutes. I mean, once it goes, you can't turn back.
Yeah, yeah.
It's, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, you got to stay awake. This is a no-dose show.
You don't stop, turn around and get a towel or have a drink of water, and it's all timed out. But to make it as realistic as possible.
I've run into several people that said they felt like they'd been at one of his concerts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's really the way people feel.
Well, I always say it's certainly as close as you're going to get to the
Yeah.
record,
That's right. That's right.
you know.
For people who didn't have the opportunity to see him. And the
Look
thing,
at that. Take a look at that.
the big screen in the middle is Elvis, and the 2 side screens are actually what's going on live.
Live camp.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, they go a picture of Ronnie as he was then, and then in comes a picture of the way he is. You know what I'm talking about? It just.
How important are the monitors where you can see what's going on the big screen? Are those important? I mean, the cutoffs
Very
and all
much-
of that?
Very
Is
much
that-
so, yeah.
Oh, especially with him, the cutoffs. Everything he did was karate chop, you know.
Yeah.
Just a quick thing sometimes, you know, and you're just trying to anticipate that. I know Joe's got his monitor. You have one, right? Right by you?
Yeah, one.
And I have one right set down in the drum set, so I could see it kind of above the snare and the toms there, so I don't have to look too far. And then there's 2 out front that I can look to either side of the set and catch, because I can't see the screen. I mean, I'm driving the bus up there, so I have no idea what's going on up above me. So
That's wild.
No, Elvis did a lot of things that Ronnie used to catch, you know. I mean,
yeah.
it's like playing for a dancer,
yeah.
really.
We try to keep all of that in it, you know, and we tried to keep just so everybody knows this, we tried to keep as little of sterilization of rigid clicks and things like that. We tried to save as much as we possibly could to make it sound as exact as the original concert did. And that's why I and Joe and I are the only two guys
Right.
that hear any of that source. Everybody else is playing to us. The orchestra's
Yeah,
playing
right.
to his motion.
The rhythm player, the saxophone
All the
player.
guys in the TCB band are listening to me.
Right.
Yeah.
All the way down.
And then the singers, we're
they're-
just,
Yeah.
we're
They're
just
listening to us. They're listening to the whole thing.
We
Yeah,
depend
the whole
on
thing.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
strictly.
Yeah. So
Well, as we watch it, it's good to keep all that in mind. And now we can watch it with a different.
Yeah.
I remember the last show. One of your guys, we were doing the gospel section,
Yeah.
said, get rid of those clicks because I can't sing to them. I said, you get rid of those clicks, there was no show. It's true, remember that?
well, yeah.
When the concept of the show,
Oh, yeah.
when they first came with the concept that we're going to put this thing on a big screen and it's going
I
to be
had-
all live music
yeah,
on
yeah.
stage and we're just going to sync all this up and
Yeah, we went to 2 fish
Yeah.
restaurants that week, remember that? Anyway, we're doing this whole thing, and I said to Ronnie, I said, well, guys, it's going to be weird, because I hadn't seen Ronnie in a few years, but I said, I haven't seen these people in 20 years, 25 years. I said, all these old folks are going to walk in.
All these
Remember
old
that?
people.
All these old people are going to walk in. And I mean...
But you look the same.
but you look the
Yeah,
same.
you-
Yeah,
look
we're
the-
watching
but you
the
look the
screen.
same.
Yeah, we're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're watching,
you know,
hey, we look
we're gonna dazzle
great.
ourselves. You know, I mean, this ain't no way I'm going to be old. So
Oh, it's funny.
that was that. When we had our first rehearsal, we started without the 2000 when we started with the CC Rider thing. Everybody's sitting around, and we got through 4 songs. It was like we closed a week before in Cleveland or something.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, everybody was so into it. You know, from all of we were happening immediately.
It's like
we
putting
were
on an old
happening.
shoe.
Yeah.
Then we got the Bridge Over Troubled Water, and I think it was Sylvia started to get tears in her eyes. We took a 10-minute break, came back, and we've been doing it ever since with no tears. And it's an exciting show. It's,
Oh, yeah.
it's
Well,
terrific.
also for background purposes, Joe and I went down to Memphis and went into a post studio, and we worked for a week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We worked for a week with the pretense of only doing this show
Once.
one time. In other words, we didn't have the time to sit and make it
Perfect.
as perfect as it needs, as
To
it
be.
could be, as it really needs to be. You know, for the ease of playing it over and over again, night after night, because we just, well, let's just get enough on there to where we can get through it one time, and we've lived with it
Ever since.
ever since.
Yeah, but now, you know.
I don't know if we know it or not. It's like a wild ride. You just hang on for dear life.
Oh,
See
yeah.
you at the end.
Have there been any performances? I haven't done them all. I don't think Gordon's done them all, but you guys have probably done them all. Have there been a night when it didn't work, when you had to catch up, or you had to
Oh, yeah.
start again, or what do you?
The first night.
The first
The
night?
first night in Memphis. in
You mean on the
97.
20th anniversary? Yeah, we were
Yeah.
all there for that. Yeah.
Well, we
Well, we rescued
started.
it.
We started Suspicious Minds, and somewhere in the middle, somebody kicked the plug.
Oh,
Kicked
Yeah,
the plug,
and
and
we-
all the power on stage. It wasn't just
Oh,
an amp
yeah,
or a
yeah.
light, or it was all power on stage went out. So the screen went dark, lights went dark, sound went dark. I think they had one emergency spotlight. I think. And I started playing a solo because somebody had to do something. We couldn't stand there. And,
But the solo was in tempo.
well, yeah. I tried to keep it going, and I played until they were able to turn everything
Kick it
back
in,
on,
yeah.
and the fans went crazy in the sense that they started yelling, do it again, do it again. They wanted us to go back to the top, so we did a re-roll,
Yeah, we
started
went
the
back.
song like there had been no problem, and the
yeah.
people stood up and just
Freaked out, yeah.
just
Screamed.
freaked, just let you know that they were behind it, no matter what.
I'll tell you, that's an awful. It's a feeling of flop sweat you don't know because you can't. There's nobody to stop.
yeah.
Yeah.
All right, it's
Oh,
just
yeah.
it's just nobody to stop. Yeah, it can get pretty damp up there.
So that was our first introduction to technical glitches.